Hi, my name is Fiona and today I'm going to show you how to make one of these little eco-friendly scrubbing pads for your dishes. So it uses natural fibres like the kind of gardening twine you would use to tie up plants in the garden and things like that, and then just a cotton. So pretty quick and easy to make, so I'll show you now how to do it. We begin by tying a slip knot, and then we're going to chain 16. We're going to do a half treble crochet then into the second chain from the hook. So you don't count the loop on the hook, so it'll be 1, 2, the second chain, and a half treble is you yarn over, you go into the chain, yarn over and pull up a loop, so you have 3 loops on your hook, you yarn over and you take those all off. And then we just we do that a half treble crochet in each chain back along the row of chains. So yarn over, go into the next stitch and yarn over again, pull up a loop, so you have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and take all 3 off, and that is our half treble crochet. So when you've completed your first row, your work will look like this. So we chain 1 and we turn our work, and we just again do a half treble crochet all the way back along. So yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, so you have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and take all 3 off. And we do that back along this row, and then when we get to the end of the row we chain 1 and we turn our work and we do it again. So you end up in total with 16 of these rows of half treble crochet. So I'll show you what that looks like whenever we come there, but just remember at the end of each row of half trebles, if you just turn 1 or chain 1 and then turn your work and work back across the row. If you need to put stitch markers in to mark the ends of your work, let's see if I have any. So you can use like a safety pin or something, but you can just put these in to mark the first stitch of the row and the last stitch, and that, you know, so you won't get confused and work down the sides or anything. You can use those to mark your first and your last stitch on the row. So I'm just going to finish this off here, this row. See, because it kind of looks like a bit confusing because there's all sorts of chains and things going on. So I'll put that in. So we should have 15 stitches in the row, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there is another stitch there. 15. Okay, and then we chain 1 and we turn our work, and I'm going to go back into that. to do my first half treble crochet. And now, just so that I remember that is my first stitch, I'm going to mark it there with a stitch marker, and then I'll know that that's the first stitch and that's the 15th, and it'll be easier to keep track of. So keep doing that until you have 16 rows of this half treble crochet. Okay, so I've just finished my last stitch on row 16, so I'm going to cut off, tie off, and I'm going to attach the other yarn. So if I just pull the new yarn through, and tie on. And then I'll just pull up a loop. And chain one. And then I need to go back into that same stitch and start my half double crochets again, because we're just going to do our same half double crochets back across the row. So just the same as we did with the first yarn. When we get to the end of the row, we chain one and we turn. This is the natural fibre is a lot rougher to work with, but hopefully it'll give good scrubbing powers then. So this is row 17 I've started, so then if we do 9 more rows, bring us up to 24 rows altogether, and then I will show you how to tie up or sew up the scrubbie when it's complete. Okay, so I've finished my row 24, which was in the natural fibre, so I've just tied off, and I'm going to weave in all the ends now before we complete it and sew it up. Right. So now we fold up fold in 3, and so I'm just going to put my hook through again and pull up a loop. Okay. So now we're just going to double crochet all around. So you need to make sure that you're picking up all the layers, all 3 layers of your cloth, of your scrubbie, and you yarn over and pull back through all 3 layers again and yarn over and take off 2 loops. So that's our double crochet. So we just do that all the way around. So it's pretty slow going as there's so many layers to pick up. So I just tied on. I had an end and I just tied on my yarn again. So that's 2 loops on the hook, we yarn over and we take those both. So this is how it comes along, sort of creating this line of stitches. So when we get to the corner, I've put my first stitch in the corner, but we put a second stitch 2 stitches in the corner just to help us turn. And then you start again, along your bottom, the bottom side with a double crochet. This is easier to pick up because it's on the fold, so both sides will be included. And so really, as long as you can count the number of stitches to make sure you do the same number of stitches there as there and the same number of stitches here as here, but you just work your way around. And even just so that it's all tidied up, we even can work it around the side that is joined, the side that's just a fold, just so that we have like the same finish all the way around, all the 4 sides. Okay, so I finished the edging all the way around, so I can just tie off, and then that edge can be woven in, or that end, and that, I need to tidy up that as well, where I joined, but that is quite thick, so it's like, it's like a little sponge, but washable and reusable and eco-friendly, and quite quick to make. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye.